Thought I'd say hi before I got into doing this, but now we're going to go and get the, there we go. Oops. There we go. There we go. Right now I'm going to do, well, if I can get it to stay steady. Come on. There we go. Right now I'm going to make a quick frog, very similar to this one. Of course, it's got a loop on it so you can wear it and or put it on a Christmas tree, one of the three. I know I gave you two choices, but it's the way I do it. I say, I give you two choices and then say one of the three. That way you're thinking for 3 seconds to find out whether you're right or not. It's cold out there. See, look. I think you saw my breath blowing away there. Now this is going to be the body and the head of the frog. We'll just have to stretch it out a little bit. Good to see one person's watching. Three people now. Wow, that went from 0 to 3. Well, 1 to 3. That's good. Again, right now I'm going to be making a frog very similar to the ones that you can see down there. There we go. That's going to be the body of the frog. And I'm going to need a punty in the back here so that I can hold on to it while I do the front. Stay. And that should do that. Three people in, 3 people out. That's okay. Maybe it's too cold for them to watch. There we go. Maybe I'm going to use the same blue. Making a frog at the moment. It could be a small, it's small enough to be a Christmas ornament and or a pendant. One of the three. Now, let me see. What's the best thing to do is just get another new one. I'm going to put the loop on the top of his head. Everybody getting ready for Christmas? One of my best Christmas jokes. A man comes up to me and says, "Hey, I'm ready for Christmas. You want to know how I know?" And I said, "How?" He said, "I ran out of money." And I told him, well, if that's the case, I was ready for Christmas 3 years ago. There we are. Making a frog. It can be either a pendant and or a Christmas ornament. It's just a matter of putting them on there. The legs. There we go. Now it's just a matter of putting on the toes, I suppose. But putting on the toes helps out in the long run. Good to see a couple of people watching. If you have a question or would like to see me make something in particular, give me a shout out or, you know, say a comment and I'll see what I can do. I was thinking about making a snowman after this, because it is getting cold out there. If it wasn't made out of glass, it would probably freeze anyway. Oops. That's two of those. Now I gotta get the ones in the front there. Good to see people watching. Well, it came off the right punte. The rod that I was using fell onto the floor. Well, that's almost a deja vu moment. Picking up that piece of glass. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, let's see if we can make it flatter. Oop, yeah. Okay. Now, one last thing to do to this is fume it with silver. Kick it down a notch or two. I seem the silver does a better deal when it's coming in at a low oxygen type flame. Hey Robert. As you can see, one pretty frog. Like I said, the next thing I was thinking about doing was, of all things, a snowman, and I haven't done one in a while, so this is going to be not an arduous task, but I gotta try to get it done. Can you build it? Keep hearing that song in my head. This isn't going to be very big. It's going to be a snowman all the same. I forgot about that, but we'll get there. Not that one. That one will do. Making the top tier here. Oops. Well, sometimes my snowmen turn out uneven as well. And this is the first snowman of the season that I've done. But it's just like learning to spell a name or whatever. I think it's, for glass blowers, it's almost in the same part of the brain. Is my opinion anyway, but just in a different compartment, I guess you could say. I compare making shapes to the alphabet, in that you take certain shapes to make certain, or certain alphabet to make a certain letter word, like cat, C-A-T, and you have an image in your head of what C-A-T stands for. But just by changing one letter in that word, H-A-T, it becomes a totally different image in your mind, just by changing one letter. And the same thing happens with your shapes. Just by changing one shape here or one shape there, you make a unicorn, or if you shape it a little bit different, you can make a dragon head or a giraffe, depending upon what you have in mind to accomplish, as it were. Oh darn. Oh, let's see if that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Take it down a notch. Hey, Tina. A little bit too big and thick, but we'll make it work. And I gotta put a hat on him. Well, get another torch. If your torch is only got one setting, high, I have a Carlisle, which I use most of the time, but I also have a National where you can switch out tips, and I can get down to a number 0 tip on that. It's just a matter of putting it on there, and to tell you the truth, you can do more with small glass. In other words, you can make more doing small things than you can with large things, because A, it's like making a cake compared to a cupcake, and B, if you do a $20 piece that takes you 30 minutes, or 3 $10 pieces that take you 20 minutes to do the same thing, which would you do? Yeah, you need to do the $30 pieces too, but I'm just talking about how they are necessary to also realize that it's part of the... Let me see if I can get that ink down just a little. Spartan actually excites to try to just waiting for my oxygen to come in. I don't think I've ever heard of a Spartan, but that doesn't mean it's not a good torch. Now I'm going to flatten the bottom of this, and it's ready to go. Yep, the motions are part of it, but you also got to realize you got to get your, I want to say get your hands dirty and get some glass in your hands. But like you said, you learned a lot from just watching me move my hands. And you'll also see me make a mistake and try to fix it. So I don't just say oops and cut the clip. Oh, I forgot the nose. That's what I forgot. Let's see if I can find something for the nose. Let's see. Nope. I'm just going to do it black, even though I shouldn't. Or blue. Let's do it blue. Blue. Yeah, I believe in a Bob Ross mentality. I like how you were saying in one of your statements to me about how can't wait to make an exciting new accident. It's called serendipity to me. And me and serendipity have gotten along real well. You know, I forgot to put the loop on this thing, so I guess we got to put the loop on the top of his head. That means I got to put another 20 at the bottom. Hey Sam, I didn't see that you were watching. Sorry. But I'm doing a snowman, as you can see. Yeah, you learn from mistakes. It's fun to have those aha moments too. When you're not making a mistake and then you look at something and say, you know, it's looking very similar to what I used to do over here, but it would do really, really well in what I'm doing now and make it different. One of those aha moments for me was when I was making snail shells. Putting the twist on the snail shell, I realized that it's exactly like the tight swirl of a bud of a rose. So I said, aha! That was just one of them. If it doesn't fall out of my hand. Simple and effective. And it stands, so that's a good thing. So you're duck out of luck, but made a flamingo. That makes a lot of sense. You know, you learn how to do flamingos from doing ducks. I learned how to do flamingos from doing swans. I've done the swan a whole bunch of times, and then I finally said, well, all I got to do is learn how to make it pink and stretch the neck out a little bit longer. You know, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just sort of melting some glass. I do appreciate the conversation there, Tyler. It makes it go a whole lot easier. Makes it go a whole lot easier. I need to turn around and do a live thing on YouTube, but I haven't done that in a while. I think this is going to be a small turtle. Just a small one. There we go. Hey, Sean. I'm doing mostly just clear stuff today. I just did a snowman a little while ago. Huh. Never thought about it that way. But it was, they used to have, well, they still have, I don't know if they still have it live, but they had on YouTube, they had a thing called Torch Talk. And you could go on there using a chat service, and they'd be live on YouTube, and they'd have guests and stuff like that doing their glass blowing thing. I don't know if they still do it or not. It's been so long since I've watched that. But I got the bug one day. They asked me on to say, hey, why don't you just come on and do some animals and see how they like it and stuff. And I said, okay. And sure enough, I got on there, and it was I got the bug bit me. The one that wants me to go out and do demos all the time. I've always loved to go out and do demos live in person, but having it to where I don't have to move all my glass stuff and machinery and tanks or whatever to a site and then set up is half the battle. So having it to where all I have to do is just turn it on and show off my work, I was excited. And plus, my father, he had he died of sort of like an Alzheimer's disease. So I figured I could probably, if it runs in the family, I thought that I would, instead of getting older and not be able to show anybody anything while I'm still in my prime, to show people the glass that I can do so that they can try to imitate it, like you. And I don't expect you to do it exactly like mine. I expect you to do it exactly like yours, if that makes any sense. I just show you the simple basics and you go from there. They've done custom miniatures on the spot. It was amazing. Only seeing people make vases and pipes before that blew my mind. Yeah, I'd been doing figurines long before I did pipes or anything. And the first ones, again, I picked up a propane blowtorch and soda bottles and started pulling, twisting, and stretching to make what I made. I did things with soft glass, it upset me. Some of it upset me because it would shatter, because I did not understand the idea of stress in the glass. Right? Right. Now, after this one, I am going to call it quits for right now, anyway, because it is cold. I don't know if you could see my breath or not, but I can. Yeah, before I learned to flame anneal as well. But what really made the difference was when I made the switch from soft glass to Pyrex. At the very beginning, it was a 50% save rate with Pyrex. Before, it was like a 50% save rate with the soft glass. And then it got into the 80 to 90%, and then on to, into the where it became doing really good. Yes, I am fuming it with silver. I forgot to show it to you before I. It's just a simple. It could be a pendant and or something for a tree. Well, folks, as always, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm thankful that you were out there, Tyler, that we got a chance to chat back and forth instead of reading some of what you were saying and then me trying to anyway. And carpe vitro, which means seize the glass, make it yours, and enjoy your day.